for a mad one today. Welcome back to the channel. Please consider subscribing if you're new. We're going to get into it. We're going to be basically spraying that, well, we're going to be getting the primer onto that little pocket by the section that we've been welding, and we're going to be primering that section that we welded as well. So we're going to be prepping and starting to look at the next section that we're going to be doing, which is going to be the chassis arm, I think it is, at the front section. So that's got a little bit of rust on the bottom, so we're going to get to that as well. So really quickly wanted to mention some of the guys on the Fiat Coupe forum were very helpful. One of them even actually put on a diagram of how to stitch weld, which I didn't fucking know about before, which would have been good to know, but obviously it's even better now. Before I just literally tack welded and went round and tacked the whole thing in. Which, like, you know, I got it in there in the end. So the next one we are definitely gonna stitch weld, but on the other bits, all the welding I'm doing, none of it's going to be visible. It's this next bit is the only bit where you might be able to see it a little bit, so I am going to take my time with it and do a few to make sure it's like really good. So let's see how it comes out. Just in case anyone didn't know, that last weld that I done was on the floor pan, so it's nobody's ever going to really see it. I grinded it down after, and then it's going to be have under seal on, so nobody's actually ever going to see it anyway. But obviously it would have been probably looked a bit better if I stitch welded it, but at least now I know. Actually noticed is when I was basically getting that back to metal, is that pocket only had like one layer of white primer on. On the other sections I noticed that they had like this white primer on, and then the Sprint blue spray over that, and then obviously lacquer. So that pocket must have only had the kind of white primer on, and then it had a little bit of like under seal on as well in some bits, but all of it didn't all have like the two layers on and then the sealant. So I think that's why that bit kind of rusted away, because it's like in a little pocket, like water probably got in there and it probably just got like moist and yeah, rusted over time. So that's why I think it was so kind of bad in that little bit there. Go outside and get that all done. I'll be sanding it down back to metal and taping it all up and then spraying that section today. So let's go get it. It's gonna be a long one, so let's go make a coffee and let's get into it. Maybe the next, yeah, to weld up that chassis on. So after literally days of sanding this down and using the wire brush on it and sanding it by hand by literally the ends of my fingers, because you can't even get it far in, we managed to get it back to like metal, pretty good metal. Like on that bottom bit, it was really corroded, and I put that dissolver on there, left it for a day, kept doing that, sanding it, so it's pretty good, man. It's all taped up. So I'm gonna put the first layer on and then leave it to dry. Just about to get that on. First layer. On the first layer, I'm just gonna let that, well, I'm just gonna have some lunch and then we're gonna go back out and do the other couple of layers. It says to put a few on, so we'll look at the count after and then, yeah, see how it comes out. And let's see how it looks. That's pretty good. So just the first layer. 4th layer in. It says to 7 layers, so apply several light coats for a few minutes apart. That's crazy. Stops rust. It's pretty good. Does look a lot better now. There's a few layers on there. Like it's got in all the bits. So, but this is a nightmare. It's like the hardest thing I've ever. It's like the worst trigger ever, and you have to keep cleaning this bit as well. So it's a bit of a nightmare. 5th layer. 3 layers to go. 3 more coats on it. 7 overall. Look at that's how much it moves. It doesn't even move that much. That's what it's looking like now. See if some of this, see what I mean. It's starting to a little bit actually. Didn't have a force on me. Mate, that's it. There's no more coming out of that. Fuck. That bolt was a nightmare. It feels well heavy. Oh, there's definitely more in there. That trigger is an absolute nightmare. So I'm squeezing on it as hard as I can now. What the hell? It does not work. Handle. It's come out pretty good. So now we're going to go and try to do the bracket for the front chassis arm, or not the chassis leg, that bit that comes down. Part of like the front frame, I guess. I don't know what it's called. So we're going to go do that because it's like really bad. Garrett turbo. I just got the mud guard off. That's actually a bit more rusted than I thought it was in the inside section. That looks like it's just surface rust. It's still strong, so we should just be able to cut this a little bit off here, but I want to make a new section for it first before I cut it out. So weld up a end bit so it will look like that one. This one here, see it's boxed on the bottom. It's much stronger, so we'll try and do that. Same, replicate that. I'll probably have to make 2 because I'll probably fuck up the welds, but that's that bottom piece measured out. I'll do the side bits. So I'm going to cut it like 3 inches up. So that's how far into it we're going to cut out. I'm going to fabricate a box to go onto the end of that. So it'll be 3 inches out. And then the rest of the measurements. So what have you done? Because that bit's all rusted anyway, like. It's very good. So there's no point trying to save that bit, but that top bit can definitely be saved. But that needs to come off, all of that stuff. So that's about 3 inches of it, so I'll do that. That's what we've got to so far. Got a few tacks in place. Need to do another one on the left side and then stitch it in. So I'll do that now. I was just going to blow through it. You can see the how it's actually penetrated onto the metal. I did blow through it a little bit, but it's not too bad. It's pretty good. Ooh. The wire's not going through on the MIG properly, so I'm just gonna fix it to where I can't really be bothered anyway. It looks like it's gonna rain, to be fair. Oh, the sky's proper dark, but got that box bit done now. So that's like the start of that section for the bottom chassis leg, so it's pretty good start. Proper like stitch there, done 2 there, space 1 there, 2 there. I was going to do that one there, and then the Y speed started doing that, so, but yeah, I'll carry on with that. It started to come up pretty good, to be fair, for first attempt. So I'm going to end this episode here. We've done quite a bit in it, but I don't want to do too much in one, so the next episode hopefully we'll be cutting that bit out and putting a new section in, so we'll see, but thanks for watching.